Okay, guys, Mongo here. Quick update on the overall market. So I'm starting with HNT, mainly because that's the only trade I took today. That's worth noting. Everything else just got stopped out at break even or slight loss. That's just because I was being too impatient. So obviously, the less trades I take, the better my profits are long term. That's how it's always been. So patience wins every time. Even Warren Buffett says the impatient give their money to the patient. So you had a nice move down. This is just a representative of all markets, the moment, which I'll get into Bitcoin in a second, but because I've been looking for this level for a while. I had $4.21 marked for a long time. So once we got that cascading wick from, I don't know if it was ETF FUD for Ethereum or whatnot, but decided to take a gamble on that. We had a kind of a bottom form. If I go to the 1 minute here, I'll show you. A lot of coins had this look where like it was just overly exhausted on the selling aspect, and you had a bounce. And you had kind of an indecision here. So you had this massive candle down, a bounce, wanted to see, and then once we had this little candle here, I got in. So I got in on this wick right here, rode it up, got rejected off of the 20 EMA. Had a this is a lower leverage for me. This is only 40x, so I had like a 20% stop loss through in this one. So my stop loss was like just below this downward wick here. I think it was actually kind of towards the bottom, like at 409. So I was relatively covered unless we had another cascading wick. And I was literally not really watching HNT at all or any of the altcoins. I was watching Bitcoin because Bitcoin is leading the way. So we had a slow grind back up. This applies well for this coin as well, but you're going to have resistance coming up for most of the coins. Some still have their VWAP, their daily and the weekly below it, but this one does not. So now this is overhead resistance we got to worry about. Looking for rejections here. I already took profit to pay for the trade. It's free. Moved my stop loss to break even. So it is what it is. Holding this one hopefully longer term. We'll have to wait and see. Back out to the 24 minute. You kind of get a bigger picture here. These are some key levels here, and we need to get back above those. So let's just pull a fib here for you real quick on the retracement aspect. So if you're looking for longer term shorts, let's say you're a big believer in the sell in May and walk away, come back in September, this would be what you're looking for here. So if you wanted to short this guy, something like, let's get there. Yeah, this 618 here has a nice confluence with the weekly VWAP, previous week open and previous week EQ, along with the daily EQ. So this would be a strong level to short, which is still a 10% move from where we are. I mean, that's on my 40X, I'll be happy with that. Although I don't even have a take profit till the $6 range. So we'll see. If things look really ugly and they reject off the monthly VWAP and get a double top here, I'll probably manually close out a larger percentage of the trade. But that's how we're looking at most of these coins here. Let's go back to Bitcoin, since that's probably all you guys really care about. I'm going to delete here our fibs, get an idea. Let's actually use a cleaner chart for you. My apologies. My trading charts are ugly. So yeah, one of the other traders, Jason Casper, mentioned basically we went daily open to daily open. So we went from previous day to day. So we had a pump, and then we had a dump. And you were looking for a liquidity grab in here. We grabbed most of this. So really juicy grab there. So let's look at a fib here for you. Bottom to top, roughly speaking. Yeah, you almost did a full retracement. So the only thing better would have been a dip below and a stronger bounce. So you would have had a CDW, so a chicken's drinking water. A full-on liquidity grab, but I'll take a 80% liquidity grab. Currently, we're back above the 786. For Bitcoin, I want to get back above 68, let's call it 300, and challenge the daily VWAP, which is coming in roughly around 400. So I think Asia is going to pump this thing, and then London may try to retake it back down when the Asia-London handoff. So that's something to pay attention to. checking my trade. My apologies. Now that it looks like Bitcoin's pumping. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. Don't overcomplicate this. This is now just a big range, right? So we had, as I've said before, you had a rotate down, a rotate up. Well, we just had a rotate back down, and then get a rotate back up, and then hopefully a higher low rotate. You're going to have a bull flag. That's what I'm looking for. I'd like to see something play out like that. Will it happen? I don't know. I like the fact people are bearish, though. That's usually a really good sign that we'll continue being bullish, right? I mean, technically, we didn't have a bearish break in large market structure, so we didn't break it. So it's still a bounce. So, you know, we can kind of come through here, come back up, reject again, come back down, put a higher low, maybe test the previous week high again, come back up, get a lower high, and then really wind ourselves tight moving into like June, right? Get a real tight range going here. Get a fake out up, and then maybe a fake out back down, and then pick a direction and really push. So that's my thought. There's not much else to talk about, guys. This is about it. But I did want to get this out there, and I wanted to kind of also reassure you guys that if this is your first rodeo for a cycle, this is normal. This is potentially one of the last shakeouts, you know, we could have. So I still have, let me pull a fib for you while I have you on stream so I don't just completely leave you guys. I just got off the stair climber here at the gym, so my brain is everywhere, so I apologize. Let's go out here to the weekly for you. Actually, it's just fully on. Let's get the 2 weeks. And then let's find you the BLX chart. Where is my BLX? All right. All right, there we go. All right, so I still have this project. This could change. I haven't moved these yet, but these based on previous market cycles, which is these down here. Let me auto this for you. These are based on the last two market cycles, right? Projected market cycle high coming in October of 2025 and a bear market low coming in September of 2026. So could that change? Absolutely. There's nothing's guaranteed. This is completely new. The 2 weeks got an increased money flow. I like what we have here. You had a nice strong bounce with this. This could be the catapult I'm looking for. So what I meant to do by coming over here was show you guys the fib. So if I pull a fib from the last market cycle top to this one, this is how you do fib projections. Not difficult. It's not rocket science. Is it accurate? A lot of times it is. So, and I may or may not have pulled this to the top. There. Let's delete this for a second. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, now it's the top. Back, and then I'll lock it. So most coins have diminishing returns, especially Bitcoin. This is our fourth market cycle. So you've got the 1618 coming in at 102. Then you get the 2618 coming in at 156. So that's why I've been saying 135 is a nice happy medium. It's a little bit over halfway on this. So easy way without really measuring is just kind of do a little fib. Yeah, it's like roughly 60% way through, or you just grab your little measuring tool. It's about a 50%, so that's sitting at, yeah. So it's about 60% in between the two fibs. That's realistic for me. I don't believe this Cathie Woods garbage of $250,000 unless world economy start collapsing, the U.S. dollar goes to crap, which would be great. Not really great, but it's got so many issues in this country. It's not even funny that nobody knows about. But yeah, I like what I see. You got great curvature, money flow starting to come back in. You've had consolidation. This is the 2 week, down to the 1 week. Beautiful. I mean, you had this nice pop off with the green dot coming in on the weekly, VWAP coming up, money flow starting to curve back in. 3 day. Yeah, I like the money flow in the 3 day. VWAP is coming down. That's just because we had that sell-off rejection. VWAP could just level out and come back up with another push. Completely possible. Also to give you a fib update, if we pull from this one here down to this one, it's a 8618 rejection or 886 rejection to the T. So we need to get back above. We're still above the 618, but we want to get back above the 786 coming in at 70,000. Called 70. Let's just call it 70,200. Get back above that. We'll be looking pretty. 2 day. 2 day, I like it. The VWAP here on the momentum wave starting to flatten. While we still have plenty of room to run. You know, something like this. Let's give you another example here. Just take a measured move on the way up. So we are about the same thing here, right? You had this consolidation pattern from here. You had some side. We still, even from there, you had a liftoff. So let's say you went from here. You were still losing momentum. But you still had a bull flag, right? So, but still, you went up another 8%. And then everyone kept shorting it, so we kept squeezing shorts, and then we pumped from that point all the way up to another 54%. So let's say we go up 8% from today. %8 from today is already a new all-time high. And then if we go up 54% from there, so 54% puts you at 107,000. That'd be nice. So my concern is not so much Bitcoin at this point. Bitcoin is just a barometer for me. I'm looking at altcoins. Altcoins are going to absolutely freaking rocket once Bitcoin is up and above the all-time highs in blue sky country, consolidating and pumping. That's when altcoins are going to run. That's when stuff like Pulse Chain, Phantom, heck, even stuff that I dislike, like XRP, it's going to run like a mad woman. Once we're above the all-time high for Bitcoin, it's this free. That's when meme coins that you never heard of before, like Cold Come Rocket and things like that, just go 100,000x ridiculousness. So you'll start seeing things like on Solana just going wild. So also I keep hearing talks that Solana may have an ETF, which I would not be surprised if that's the case. Enough Wall Street elites want something, they're going to get it. But yeah, enough rambling for today. Just wanted to drop my opinion in here. Nothing to say. It's financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me? Hey, but a Crypto Blackwall on Twitter and the Blackwall Discord. Thanks, guys.